Good morning, everyone.
We've lived in Australia 3 months now, so we thought we would share with you some of the culture shocks and surprises that we've had along the way. So they have loads of beautiful parks for the kids, and they all have like water fountains all along, so you never need to worry about water for the kids. So that's one thing really good I've noticed here, is that there's water fountains, great parks. They have really clean public toilets, clean showers for the kids. So it's a real good free community feel. That's another thing. They have those barbecues, don't they? So wherever you go for a walk, you can just park up. And then they have these free public barbecues, and they all have beautiful outdoor areas that you can set up that are in the shade. They have the gas.
They're always clean. That's another thing. They're always clean. People tend to make sure they're cleaning up after themselves, so you don't ever really turn up and see a very dirty one. I have never come across a really dirty barbecue before. The councillors keep them clean, or people are just being more caring for other people that are going to be using it after them. They heat up real fast. Sometimes they're already fast. If you've got one without a canopy and it's been sat in the sun, because they're made of steel, it can be pretty hot to touch, even if they're not on.
You know how hot it is in Australia? This hasn't been switched on. It's just been baking in the Aussie sun. Just goes to show. It's all metal. It's all metal. It's all metal.
Community. So obviously we've only been here 3 months, but literally within the first few weeks, we've met every neighbour. They've all come round to meet us, introduce themselves. They've bought muffins. Our next door neighbour bought our son Oscar a beautiful paint set. So everyone's just really friendly. We knew both sides, didn't we? So we knew our next door neighbours, but they didn't know each other. So it went as far as just one house next to you, whereas we've pretty much met the entire street now, haven't we?
Well, yeah, everyone that's in this little sort of canal cul-de-sac behind us, when the tide goes out, there's a decent, probably about 3 meters of beach, I would say, and everyone goes down there and talks, and we'll have a chat on the weekends.
You never feel like you're on your own.
No, you never. There's always something going on.
And if ever you need to borrow stuff, you needed a spanner, didn't you, the other day?
Oh yeah, the screwdriver from when I built the desk for the kids. I wish I would have got that earlier.
So customer service.
Yeah, so the first 3 weeks I think we were here, just before the cyclone hit, you probably saw, I had built that barbecue. I got through 80% of the build, only then to get one of the last pieces out for it, which was essential for it, and it had either been dropped, bent or something. There was just no way I could attach it. It was just buckled, and unfortunately that piece was at the bottom of the box, because I built it in order of unpacking the box. So by the time I got there, it was so busted that I couldn't make the barbecue. So Camilla gave Bunnings a call on the phone.
Helpful, answered straight away, and just keen to sort the problem without costing you anything or having too much effort. They just said, come down, switch it out. Yeah. So he spent, an hour and a half building it?
Yeah, it was probably closer to 2 hours building it.
And we just could switch out, couldn't we? Rather than in England, they'd expect you to pack the whole thing away. Who cares how much time you've already spent on it? They would want the whole thing back before they would give you a refund. So I think our experience with the customer service has been amazing.
Yeah, anytime we've called anyone on the phone, whether it be the electrics or the internet, it's just so quick. They answer the phone so fast. I don't know everything, because everything's a bit more regional here. But yeah, I was just really taken back walking into Bunnings with just a broken bit, and the lady who answered the phone was there, and she says, not a problem, just come with me. She opened another box, and I just took the piece out, which we had to unpack the whole barbecue again, just to get that one piece. But yeah, completely fine. Unexpected how much they wanted to help, and the way they helped.
Yeah, no worries.
There was just no worries about it, yeah.
The wildlife.
Yeah, something you noticed.
Yes, I've definitely noticed. Obviously, in the UK, we had a family of foxes that lived in our garden, so it was really nice seeing them, and you see things like deers. And here I noticed, walking from the front door to the car, as soon as I step out the door, about 10 lizards shoot past my feet, which Oscar absolutely loves. But I mean, I don't mind seeing them. I've got used to it now.
Yeah.
At first I was a bit like, oh God, Had to pick one up the other day that was in Oscar's bedroom, and that freaked me out. We've only had one scary spider.
Yeah,
haven't we?
massive orb spider, brown orb spider on Oscar's birthday. The grasshoppers here,
Oh, yeah, grasshoppers.
and the crickets and stuff. They are massive compared to what we see in England. Some of them are too big for even Oscar to catch or put in his hand. This thing's huge. This thing goes to the gym. I'm sure it does.
The birds here are amazing. You see parrots in the trees. We've had pelicans in the garden, black swans. We've got a little family of ducklings.
Yeah, we always get a couple of bin chickens every now and
Bin
again.
chickens.
The kids taught us the name of that one.
But yeah, wildlife here.
Wildlife
And
is different.
What surprised me is coming to Australia, everyone would ask, are you scared of the spiders and the snakes? And I was a bit apprehensive, especially like checking the bed every night.
You haven't checked it once.
No, well, actually the first week I did. I still fluffed the duvet to see, but and the car as well. You told me that story of
Yeah.
Your friend.
Friend. Yeah. They parked their car with the windows down underneath like a carport up in Mount Tambourine, and one day they were driving and she pulled down the what's it called?
visor.
The visor. A huge huntsman dropped on her lap at doing 110 on the motorway. So yeah, that would have been pretty scary.
So still now, when I get in the car, even though obviously we shut our windows, I do gingerly pull down the visor. But luckily I haven't seen anything yet. We have bin trucks. This is not a very exciting topic, but I found it very exciting the first time I saw it. I was on the school run, and obviously in the UK, the dustbin men have about 4 or 5 men that jump out, run down the street, pick up the bins, whereas here it was just one truck and then these like robotic arms that come down and grab the bins and put it in. Such a better way of doing it. I'm surprised the UK haven't got there yet.
I just don't think the roads are big enough in England. That would be
Yeah.
it. Some of the streets are very tight, and there's cars on every single place to park. There's a car. So here the bin trucks can get closer to the curb, whereas in England you might have a car between the bin, or most of the
Yeah.
time you'll have a car between the bin truck and the curb. No TV license is a big thing. In England, we have to pay for a TV license, and it's actually against the law not to pay for one. And they're about £170 a year. So right now it's about double that, so $340 or whatever. And that's one great advantage.
We've noticed as well, like the fuel price here, it's a lot better. Like in the UK, used to cost £120 to fill up the car. Was it
Yeah, we had a
120,
diesel car in England, so it was about $240. Yeah, whereas here, I don't think it's about $100 to fill up the car.
$120.
Yeah,
So what, 60 quid?
yeah, it's a lot cheaper here.
Definitely cheaper for fuel. Electricity, did we notice that's...
Yeah, electricity here is way cheaper. We actually got the first bill in literally the other day. It's $130 for the first quarter that we've been here. To give you an idea, the house in England was costing £390 a month in electricity and gas, which is nearly $1,000 a month. So yeah, electricity is way cheaper here. We do have solar on this roof, which I think is making quite a big difference in it. We didn't have solar in England, but still it wouldn't make up this gap. I think the total energy bill quote for this year is like $2,000, which, you know, it's like 2 months in England.
Yeah, so definitely notice. I think food is pretty much the same, isn't it? The cost of food.
Yeah, there's not much in it food-wise. Food's about the same.
Yeah.
We're probably spending less, but we're not eating as much, I would say.
Yeah, I think
We're having more salads and things like that because the weather's just nicer here to have those sorts of things. And
I think we're saving on coffee. We used to spend a lot in England
Yeah,
on coffee. I used to have 3 coffees
just
a
to
day,
warm you up in the morning.
Whereas here we've been drinking iced coffee, so
Yeah.
saving on that.
Or even just the barbecue, just barbecuing things. We probably have at least 2 or 3 barbecues a week. If it's like this, I'll cook some kebabs. You see me probably in the last videos, and burgers, sausages. That once you do a pack of sausages and some rolls, the kids love having hot dogs. We do that once a week for them or whatever, once every couple of weeks. Yeah, you're talking like $15 feed everyone that night. It's so much cheaper. Whereas in England, you always feel like you're cooking a whole meal every single night. And I think those, nights, they do start weighing up when you're doing it every single day.
Oh, and value for money with property as well. So
Yeah, rent here, value for money is the big difference. You wouldn't get a house like this in England for the price. I think, it's about £2,500 a month, this place. Whereas I looked, when we were looking to sell the house a year ago, if we were going to rent and wait a year before we come, just a lot of the things we did in the planning stages over the last 12 months before we came, there was nothing under £3,000 a month. And when I say under 3,000, it was the bare minimum. We'd have just about got in the house. Just no room for the kids, no garden.
No parking.
No parking, that's for
here,
sure.
You not only have your car park on your house, the roads are so big here that there's so much street parking.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why they don't charge for parking here, isn't it? Because it's just
Parking's free is another thing. In England, everywhere you go, you pay for it. Even the local, shops or shopping centre back in Tunbridge Wells, they charge you to park in there, even when you're going shopping there. Whereas here, you can park pretty much anywhere. There's a lot of P2s, P3s, which is like 2 hours, and then you got to move. So finding parking's pretty good because no one can really park anywhere for longer than 2 or 3 hours tops.
Another thing, just on the theme of parking and cars, is something that really excited me and the kids. They probably have it in America, and they probably do have them in England, just not where we lived, is lollipop ladies.
Yeah.
So I find it very exciting going to school, and the kids love going across. She blows her whistle and then they go. So they feel a bit more independent, don't they, going across the road with her.
Yeah, dropping them off, especially if Camilla's got Cruise in the car. It's easy just to park near where the lollipop lady is, and the kids, they jump out, they walk up the side, up the sidewalk, and they cross on their own with the lollipop lady. It makes it a lot easier than Camilla having to get Cruise out every single time, especially if he's already gone to sleep on the school run.
Definitely. One thing, actually, this is probably the only negative.
What?
Should we talk about a negative?
I don't know. You do it.
The only negative I've noticed in Australia, and this is probably only applies to people who have kids, is the car seats.
Oh, yeah.
No isotherm, like in the UK. In the UK, pretty much every car has these metal bars, and then every baby seat, booster, you name it, just clicks in. Done. Safe.
Yeah.
Here it's quite bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, they still call it ISOFIX here, which it baffles me because it is not what we know ISOFIX is. Every single car seat we bought in England has these two little clips down the side of it, and they're on like runners, and it's got a teeth at the end, and where the bars are, because the cars here are built with ISOFIX. And the ISOFIX is connected to the sashi. I can never say that word. And they click in, and then the seatbelt goes around them, obviously. They're way more sturdier. They don't move when you go around corners or anything, or even over a bump. The cost of them in England are way cheaper than here. Like my jaw hit the floor when, the one we ended up buying was $999. That for me was a lot of money for that particular car seat that felt like it was old technology. It doesn't connect into the car the way I thought it would. It's still being held by a seatbelt, which I don't understand why they're different here. But yeah, that's the only other thing.
That's probably the only
negative.
Not negative, but it's just
different.
Yeah,
it's more different than anything. When you've been used to something like what we had, this seems like I could take two car seats out because Arabella and Oscar were in bigger car seats, and if I needed to take them out, if we were on a dump run or whatever it is, I could have them out of that car in seconds, back in the car in seconds. Here, it would take me a minute or two to undo the pieces of Cruise's car seat. I have to lift the thing off, click it, then I have to pull the thing down, then I have to undo the seatbelt. It's just like 3 or 4 things you have to do to just get it out.
And the reason we went with the really expensive one was because I noticed that every other car seat, obviously because it's attached to the car and not the ISOFIX bar things, is that they have this belt that goes right around. So obviously I'm quite short, so trying to get a baby up and out when there's a car seat going across, like a belt, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's-
like a belt,
What do they
yeah.
call it? Tether or something.
Yeah, the tether thing.
tether.
And then none of them twist either, which we've had twisty ones since Arabella, when the first one we ever bought was a spinning car seat, because
about, what,
when
250?
you're lifting them in and out all the time, well, yeah, if you've got kids, it's a pain. But yeah, we wanted one that at least spun. But this is the first time, this only came out in Australia this year, and we've had twisty car seats. Arabella's 7 now, or will be 7 next month. We'll do a little quick fire round, see if she
Fire
remembers all of them. How's it going?
How are you?
Thongs,
Flip flops.
she'll be right.
It's gonna be okay.
Arvo,
Well, this one confused me. I thought it was an avocado. Afternoon. Good Arvo.
stoked,
Really happy.
ripper.
Oh, that's a tricky one.
It's another way of saying really good.
Good.
Yeah. Bottle-o,
Bottle. I don't know why I said that with a northern accent. Bottle shop, where you get the alcohol from.
gnarly.
Bad.
Sort of. It can be both bad and good, I suppose. Depends what context. If you're a surfer, it could be gnarly if the waves are good. Lollies.
Sweets, which is quite confusing. Well, it's not confusing, but for the kids, obviously lollies to them is lollipops.
Like ice cream, like cold.
Yeah, or the hard-boiled lollipops.
Rooted.
Tired. Is it?
Yeah, it is tired. Servo.
Petrol station.
Yeah. What's this?
Whoop.
Whoop whoop. What the hell? Whoop whoop. She's written down.
No, I haven't written
Yeah,
that down.
whatever.
You're doing the test. Say it.
A lecky.
Do it again.
Whoop whoop.
Middle of nowhere. What you say? You said your friend lives out in.
Oh, whoop whoop. Yeah, I
whoop.
see what you mean now. Yeah, out in the like in the bush. Lives in whoop whoop. Oh, I remember now. Funny. Lecky.
Electrician?
Yeah. So Martin, you'd be a lecky. So yeah, that was our first 3 months here, and some of the things we've seen, or Camilla's seen.
Yeah, that I've noticed. Absolutely love it. Wish we lived here sooner, and hopefully we'll get to spend the rest of our lives here.
Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.